Greetings. My name is Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome to Don't Escape. Yeah, like I mentioned before, we're gonna be alternating between this and deep sleep. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. So yeah, this game... Well, the premise behind this trilogy is... Well, quadrilogy now. Is the idea of, well, the reverse escape game. Kind of an antithesis to games like... Well, games like Deep Sleep, for instance, where you're trying to escape from a dream. You know, others like where you escape from a room and what have you. In this, as the name implies, you are doing the opposite. You're trying to essentially lock yourself in a room. And the reason for this varies depending on the game. But yeah, that's the general premise. Now, it's one of those ideas that seems rather obvious in retrospect. Sort of like a Columbus's egg sort of thing. But the thing is that, you know, it's a basic sort of reversal of a popular game genre. What if we did this, but the opposite? But that is, frankly, how a lot of innovation happens. You know, as it's just like, questioning the ideas that build up the currency of affairs, these genres and what have you, and the ideas that make up those ideas. You know, taking them like, okay, but what if we changed this thing about it? What if we reversed it? What if we removed this little thing, or this, or that, or, you know, just essentially the idea of like disassembling things to see how they work, but then reassembling it the wrong way round to see how that would work. And 99% of the time it just doesn't, but the 1% of the time, you know, as I say, 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration and all that. And yeah. It's a similar sort of ethos as the receivers have, you know? Of just questioning the ideas that people take for granted. So yeah, much like the Deep Sleep series, though, this is very much a point-and-click adventure game style thing. So, without any further ado, let's get started on the original Don't Escape. I wake up in a room. The room is not locked, and I remember everything. If I could hold back the rain, would you numb the pain? Anyways, I'm a werewolf. Tonight I will turn and people will die. Unless I find a way to prevent myself from leaving this place. I must make sure that whatever happens, I don't escape. Roll credits. So yeah, that's the essential idea of this one. You're a werewolf, trying to ensure that when you turn on the full moon, your wolf self doesn't manage to break out. I'm sure it's not a 100% original idea, but it's a good one. Originality is overrated. So yeah. As you'll notice, unlike in Deep Sleep, we already have a couple things. This, waits till dusk is basically, finish game when ready. And this is for using items on yourself. Which is a neat idea that I have, which is a pretty clever way of handling that sort of UI HUD challenge sort of thing. But enough waffling. Time to get collecting all sorts of random garbage. Let's see. Let's see. There is a good bit of pixel hunting in this game, sadly. Like, look at this. This is not so bad. This is not so bad because you can only see there's something there. Little chain, and these mushrooms. But I mean, Watch. Notice anything unusual here? No, you don't. But look. Evil. Evil, evil, evil. Scriptwelder, why? Anyway. The hut looks abandoned. I'll stay here for a while and figure out what to do. I hope I haven't eaten whoever lived here. Tonight there's a full moon. Just as I expected, the witch talked in riddles. She said that to weaken the beast, I would need a handful of hot dust, a crunchy herb, and something that grows in earth yet is not a plant. She also mentions that it would wear off quite fast. So yeah. Yeah, herb, hot dust, and something that grows in earth yet is not a plant. That's a bit more of a riddle, but those of us who know our herbology, or whatever you want to call it, know that mushrooms are actually not technically plants. We all said they're actually closer to animals than plants, interestingly. And of course, mushrooms are just the fruiting body of mycelium, which is a real plant. Antlers. A hunter must have lived here. There's no ammunition. Not sure what we'd use that on if it did. Ourselves, maybe, but we could just use the axe for that, and that would be really cumbersome to kill ourselves with. I don't think this guy is willing to kill himself, though. Selfish bastard. I like him already. Alright, close the window, latch it. Of course. Another one of the less egregious with the pixel ending. That's it. Remember, always go from bottom to top when it comes to opening these drawers. Something I learned from all those times watching people play Amnesia. Not the original game. I actually have no idea what happens in the story of the original game, aside from the fact that the main character is, well, an amnesiac, dude, and all that. I've seen like loads of custom games made, people playing through custom games for it, but I've never actually seen a video of it, of the original one. Well, I've seen like a couple of the early videos, but never actually seen much of the story. Nor have I played it myself. Maybe I will play it for myself on the channel. Well, so many of my favorite YouTubers, certainly a couple of my favorite YouTubers started out playing Amnesia, more or less. An ordinary bed. Or is it? Yeah, something under the bed. You really want to click on just every little pixel in some of these games. Fucking point-and-click adventure games. I thought we were past this shit ever since we left the 90s. Alright, there's the herb and the mushroom. And for the hot dust, we have the spice. Because it's, it's hot, but not in the way you might be thinking. And we also have the root, which is just a red herring for the whole grows for that whole part of the grows in the earth yet is not a plant, because, well, a root is a plant, or part of a plant anyways. I've seen YouTubers get tripped up by that. Anyways. Alright, hammer and some nails. Now. Chop chop. I could use these planks. Yeah, I gotta craft them into sticks, make some torches, and that way mobs won't spawn. Or board up this. That's boring. Boarding, rather. Oh, no! I don't want... There we go. And... now then. Wait, hang on. Now the fucking texture doesn't line up properly. Whoop. Yeah, that looks very odd. I thought it was just because it was like covered by the bookshelf, but no, you can actually see it even without that. I wonder why that's the case. Odd. Alright. Where place zombie? Oh, right. Logs. There. Nice and warm. Now then. Herb. Spice. Mushroom. And... come on. The potion. Now, I could take it right now, but that would be worthless because it would wear off quickly. Instead, we poison the meat. And then we put it on there. There. Let's feed the beast. I prefer prism launcher, actually. Anyways. Now, sit in front of the fire, put the rope on, chain ourselves up, then we wait. Finish game. You will wait till the sun sets and the full moon rises. You're already starting to feel the urge, the hunger. Are you sure you are ready? The transformation was complete. Personally, I prefer the sort of werewolf where they actually straight up turn into an actual, you know, big-ass wolf rather than this weird wolf man bullshit. If only we stuck with that, with the actual, you know, turning into a straight up fucking wolf sort of werewolf rather than this bullshit, then we wouldn't have to deal with so many furries. Ah well. Werewolf was hungry, craving for flesh. I mean, the werewolf was hungry? Whatever. He bit off the rope that was restraining him. Then he struggled with a chain for a while. The meat on a hook provided distraction. But after eating it, he felt very dizzy. He started ramming the blocked door. It took him some time to break the lock. At last, the werewolf was free. Aftermath. A calm night. Werewolf broke free from the hut, but it took him much time and effort. Weakened by the poison, tired from ramming the door, he had no strength left. He fled to the woods, unnoticed by anyone. That's the best ending. Now let's see what would have happened if we had just immediately just gone outside and done this. Nothing good, I imagine. He looked around the hut, sniffing, but I'm outside the hut. Then he started looking for a way out. He was very furious and hungry. He wanted to get out of this hut fast. But I'm out of that. Neither door nor window was locked. Door wasn't even closed. At last, the werewolf was free. Aftermath. A bloodbath. Werewolf attacked the village and killed 10 people, eating some of them alive. While the werewolf was busy killing, a party of monster hunters arrived. They've cornered the werewolf and killed him without any mercy. Yeah. There was one that I think is potentially even worse. Let me do a video experimenting. There we go, 95%. Aftermath, a slaughter. Werewolf attacked the village and killed 9 people, eating some of them alive. One of the villagers was bit, but lived. He considered himself lucky. At least until the next full moon. And then, yeah, died. So you see, it's actually the version where you actually do even like the slightest perfunctory effort to slightly weaken him is actually arguably worse. Because, sure, one less person died, but he instead became a werewolf himself to spread the death and misery and all that. Funny that. Also, they've cornered the werewolf and killed him. The tense there is a bit off. It should just be they cornered the werewolf and killed him, since this is all past tense. But whatever. He's Polish, I think. So yeah, that was Don't Escape. It's not the most advanced of point-and-click adventure games, nor is the story particularly deep. It's a pretty classic tale of a werewolf trying to stop himself from killing everyone. But it's head and shoulders above most of the dreck that fills the escape genre. And yeah, it laid the groundwork for the games to come, much like Deep Sleep did. You know, Don't Escape walked so that Don't Escape 2, 3, and 4 could run, to use a tired cliche. I haven't played this game in bloody years, but as you can see, it's like riding a bike. That's that's one of the downsides of replaying adventure games. Is that especially ones as simple as this, where you just remember all the solutions, so you just blaze right through. But that's also one of the upsides, you know. But trust me, the games to come will be a bit less simple and a bit less of me blazing right through. For one thing, the games to come will have a lot more than one solution. Unlike the Deep Sleep series, the Don't Escape series after the first game is notoriously is very what's the term? I don't know. I was gonna say non-linear, but that's not quite right. But yeah, they've got like. But anyways, enough of me waffling. That was Don't Escape. I could show you the other endings, but unlike the... I mean, technically this game also has other endings. I could show you them, but aside from the basic, you know, worst and best endings, it's basically just degrees of slaughter, you know? I mean, in the not-so-horrendous endings, I mean, not all of them do... Not all of the bad endings does the guy die from the hunters and all that. But yeah. Next time, well, I suppose I'll play Deeper Sleep, because... yeah. It's Deep Sleep has the Die Hard style naming scheme. Not that Don't Escape is much better. It's got a very, you know, it's literally just Don't Escape 1, Don't Escape 2, and all that. The names aren't the most imaginative. They saved all his imagination for the actual story, I suppose. You know. I can't blame him. I'm not exactly the best at creating names for my videos. But, without any further ado, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. It's good to be doing shorter videos for once. So long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.